everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel and to day 3 of the Etsy launch giveaway for Willow Bound journals. So for this giveaway it's pack number 2 of these art journaling cards, which are in my shop with 10 to a pack. And yeah, in this video I will just go through the story behind each one, just to show you if it might be something you're interested in getting. Otherwise there's no need to enter the giveaway, but if it speaks to you, then yeah, feel free to do that. And some of them you would have already probably heard the stories, so this one's just quickly about how we are all as beautiful as the stars and the rainbows, because when I look at the stars and rainbows, they just make me smile, and I just think they're so beautiful. And in those moments where I can feel down about myself or just feeling ugly, that kind of thing, this picture reminds me that yeah, God sees me just as I see stars and rainbows, and he just thinks I am so beautiful. This one is called Treasure Chest, and oh, did I say what this one was called? It's called Clothed in Beauty. This one's called Treasure Chest and shares my core belief about how I see everyone as being full of just so much treasure. Whether it's your stories, your experience, your wisdom, your thoughts, your feelings, just everything about you, your gifts, your talents, your personality and passions and dreams and everything, they can give so much to other people. And so I will always encourage people to share who they are with others, and that's just why I love getting to know people's hearts so much, because it feels like I'm getting the most amazing gift. This one is called A Peaceful Mind, and it's the bookmark where it's chaos on one side and then calm on the other side. So this is a reminder that no matter what the situation is like on the outside, no matter how messy, crazy, chaotic, how confusing it is, it's just a reminder that that's okay. Like, those times will happen in life every now and then, and it's all okay. And that we can still have a peaceful mind in those moments, and that, yeah, those moments will pass, and we'll get back to this. So this one is called Doors of Delight, and each door has a picture that represents something where I find delight. So music, laughter, rainbows and stars, and I love dogs, ballet, love dancing, and this one blue and sparkles, that represents that with the diamond, and this one is a little paintbrush which represents creativity, and so yeah, this is really spoke to me in terms of how, okay, so some people can have a very pessimistic disposition, and others maybe a more indifferent disposition, you know, like life is just ho-hum. And so this one just reminds me, because I can definitely have those kind of two perspectives, and this one is to remind me, yeah, that expect delight, expect good things to happen every day. So the insight that I got was that God just wants to pour out his delight, and he's just like, here, take this. Take this delight, and now here, over here, take this delight, and now I just want to give you even more delight. Take this, take this, take this. And yeah, it just makes him so happy to see us finding delight in the things that he gives us. So that just reminds me, around every corner and when you open every door, there's going to be delight. This one is called Orange Tree, and also shares one of my core beliefs. I have 3 main core beliefs. Well, I've got quite a lot actually, but 3 main ones are everyone has a story, share yours any way you can, because it will speak to people. And Treasure Chest, we are all full of treasure and have so much to give others. And this one connects into that theme, which is we are given so we may give to others. And this is called, yeah, Orange Tree, and the orange tree represents how, if you're given an orange tree, give people your best oranges. Don't give them your last smallest oranges or your rotten oranges. Give them your best oranges. And that goes for anything. So your resources, your time, your money, your gifts, your talents, whatever it is. And this is the heart behind why I do all of my giveaways. And my donations and all that kind of thing, because I'm very big on living what I believe. So I don't want to be one of those people who just says, oh, I believe this, and then doesn't do anything about it. I'm really intentional about having my actions line up with my beliefs. So that's what I try to do. This one is called Be Like Rain. Very simple lesson, but such a profound one. And oh my goodness. So throughout my life, I've struggled with creativity in terms of seeing it as something as a career, or to pursue it as a dream. And just because society and expectations of people, for me growing up, I always saw creativity as not a real job. And when you say, oh, this is my dream to do something creative, I just find like lots of people just don't really get that. And so I always felt such guilt about creativity and what I do as a writer and as an artist. And there was this one time last year where I was really struggling with it, and it was a movie that gave me my answer. And I love how God speaks to me through so many different things, and movies and songs and books. He always speaks to me through those things. And the movie was La La Land, and it's about these two creatives who are pursuing creative dreams. And just what that showed me was that when you're doing what you're made to do, you bring life to others, you inspire others, you encourage others, whatever it might be, you bring comfort to others. And it just reassured me that, as long as I just do what I'm made to do, which is to create, I will bring life to other people. And I just have to trust that, and I have to actually be obedient in that and share what I create, and know that it's going to bring life. This one is called Blank Canvas. And okay, so this is a bit more of a mental health background to this artwork. And that's one thing I wanted to mention as well, is even though I have a series or a pack of art cards, journaling cards, that is for mental health themed, and others that are faith themed, you can't really separate these things. It's just you're a person and you live a life, and all these things overlap. And so you'll often get in my packs things that will have faith elements in it, or a mental health story behind it. So, but I just find that no matter, even if you've never struggled with mental health issues before, and even if you don't believe in God, like whatever your beliefs, artwork has a way of connecting with people of all backgrounds and stories. And I love art for that reason. It's just so amazing. Our stories just can connect with all people, because we all struggle and we're all just human and living. And anyway, so this one, it was each of these represents a person, and I would just kind of bend over backwards trying to please people and doing what they wanted me to do, and trying to live up to everyone's expectations and opinions. And eventually it got to a point where it was just too much and I couldn't do it anymore. When I struggled with depression and anxiety 2 years ago, it was like I self-destructed and didn't know who I was anymore. And then this just is about, don't let people paint all over you. Only God gets the paintbrush. So just about being true to who you are, to who God made you to be, and you don't need to try to be what everyone else wants you to be. So that's just an encouragement to me. This one's similar to that, and this one's about the whole struggle to say no. And I struggle with that really big time. It's just when people... I hate letting people down, and when people got angry at me for saying no, it just made me feel so horrible. And at its worst, that 2 years ago stint of depression and anxiety, it was like it was just a lot of self-hatred about how I thought I was letting people down, basically. And this just is a lesson that I learned, that you can't actually say yes to everyone. I tried and I thought it was possible, and then I just learned it's not. And that in different seasons, your best, what you're meant to do will change, and it doesn't depend on necessarily what other people want you to do. But for me, it's just what God wants me to do in that season. So, for example, last year, I felt like it was the right time to write a certain book, and I dedicated the whole year to writing that book, and every day I would spend writing one chapter a day type of thing. And yeah, I felt guilty at some stages about that because, you know, not everyone gets being a writer and spending your time writing. And when you say yes to one thing, it obviously means you must say no to other things. And so there were a whole bunch of things I said no to so that I could focus my time and energy on this book. And yeah, this just reminded me, I don't need to feel guilty about saying no to people. This is the season to write that book, and that's all I need to do. It's my best yes. The other thing with that is, once you do say yes, give it your best. So I'm very big on that. I'm an all or nothing person. Once I choose to do something, I commit all the way, fully, like 100%. So this one is about another mental health kind of background. It's the book by Viktor Frankl. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, Man's Search for Meaning. This author, he wrote a book about his time in like a concentration camp during World War II. And so, you know, horrific circumstances that he went through. And just the book is about how he managed to keep a positive outlook, I suppose. And it really helped me, especially when I was going through depression. It's such a big lesson it gave me. Amazing. Something, it was about, let me try and explain this. It's like, no matter what is going on around you, and no matter how people treat you, like, we can't control what happens to us and how people treat us, but what we do have control over is how we see ourselves, how we see others, how we treat ourselves, and how we treat others. So no matter how people treat you, it doesn't mean you then, like, if people treat you badly, it doesn't mean you get to treat yourself badly. And if people treat you badly, it does not give you permission to treat them badly at all. And yeah, like that guy in the concentration camp, you know, treated awfully, and there's no, as bad as that was, there's no permission for him then to treat his oppressors badly. And, you know, they broke people down and made them to try to feel worthless and that kind of thing. But no matter what people do to you, it's just that thing of, no, I know who I am, and image of God, that kind of thing. And so what I found was, no matter what's going on and no matter how people treat you, we always have these things. No one can ever take these things away. Our liberty, our responsibility, our morality, dignity, and creativity. And what I mean by this is our liberty. We always have the freedom to choose how we see ourselves and how we see others. We always have morality, in that no matter how things are going, we can choose how we treat people. Always. And that's the responsibility we have. With liberty comes responsibility about how we're going to speak to people and even think about people. Think well of people always, no matter how they treat you, and treat them well no matter how they treat you. And we always have dignity. So again, no matter the situation, we always have dignity, and live out of that place knowing that we have dignity. Creativity, big one. So it's one of my core values. So when I was going through my depression, I just felt like I had absolutely nothing to give. And it was so weird, because that's my core belief. I've always believed that everyone has something to give. And that's how terrible the depression became, because it felt like I wasn't myself anymore. I didn't believe what I believed anymore in terms of my core values. And one thing that I did do, though, during that stage was draw. I drew a lot like this, and I wrote a lot, and that just, it was the biggest help for me, for my own sanity. But what I found as well, when I shared my writing and my art, it helped other people. And so we always have creativity, no matter what we're going through. Just drawing or writing or expressing it somehow, whether it's through dance or song, or I don't know, however you do it, music, whatever, drama, it's going to help you, and for one, and it will definitely help others, you know, just letting them know they're not alone and that someone else understands. And yeah, just a big thing about that. And lastly, this one is called Music and Life, and this is about did I say what this one was called? This is called Statues of humanity. No one can ever rob us of our humanity. This one's called, Music and Life. And it's all about how, when I was a kid, I always, wanted it to be Christmas. And I would just, even being older, because the summer holidays and Christmas was just my favourite time of year because it's with family. And December and January, I'd always hang out for those 2 months of the year. And especially during July, August, I'd be like, come on, let's get to summer. Come on, please. And this was just a reminder that treat every day as if it's the summer holidays. Otherwise, you're missing out. Like, if you're always looking ahead to that's going to be a great day then, you're missing out on this day and what this day can offer and how great this day can be. And same thing about how, we can always be, you go to kinder, then you go to primary school, then you go to high school, and then you go to uni, and then you get a job, and then you climb the corporate ladder. And then there's always this goal setting. You're always thinking about where you need to be and get to here and get to here, that you don't actually ever just enjoy today. And just enjoy the journey. And that was me. I was always, I need to do this, I need to do that. And very, there's always an end goal. And that's great. I love having goals, and that's awesome. But actually just enjoy the journey as well. So that's, a big reminder for me there too. So there they are. They are the stories. And I hope they encouraged you guys. And for this giveaway, just the same thing again. Be a subscriber, like the video, and leave a comment letting me know which picture you related to the most. And as always, the opportunity is there. If you would like to share a bit about your story and why it connected with you, feel free to share as much or as little as you want. But know that I'm sure other people read your comments, and that other people, you just never know who's going to read your comment and be encouraged by it. And I will be, of course, reading all of the comments and will be encouraged by them, but just who knows who needs to hear what you might need to say, what you say. You just never know. So that opportunity is there for you guys. And I will look forward to reading your comments if you would like to enter. And thank you so much for watching. We so appreciate it. Just a reminder, the Etsy launch, with that, the $5 to $15 sale off all my journals, lasting until the end of the week. So there's that, and I'll be back again tomorrow with the 4th giveaway. So exciting. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.